How to do split settlements in point of sale. Access a ticket that you have with multiple items on it, and we're going to go to the payment screen. Keep in mind this may be labeled differently on your system. It may say send, settlement, go to settlements. Whatever button takes you to the screen where you have the settlement buttons. Handling a split settlement is straightforward. The one time this gets tricky is if you're using an online credit processor through Jonas. So basically you're swiping the cards right on the Jonas terminal and you're getting real-time authorizations. In that case, what you need to do is do the other settlement method first and then do the credit card last. That's because with those processors they want to settle the entire balance of the bill through the credit card. In this case we're going to show just doing a split settlement between cash and member charge. In that case it doesn't matter which one you do first. Basically pick the first settlement method, say member charge, and the system with member charge will assume the full value of the ticket. Now at this point what you need to do is click C before entering the amount they're going to bill to the member charge. Just typing it in over top of the current balance does not work. What you need to do is click C so that this is reset to 0. Then type in the amount they want to go to the member account. T, green means go, T means transfer it to the bill. So we'll click that and it'll post a payment to the bill. Depending on your system setup, that may also attempt to print a copy of the receipt. Now at this point we still have a remaining balance of $53.40, so now we can pick the other settlement method. So we can pick cash, and in my case I've told the system not to pre-fill cash settlement with the amount. So now I can basically type in the amount or just type in what they've given me. If they've given me $60, I can just type in 60 and again hit T, and it'll come up and tell me that the change due is $660. That will print a copy of the bill and close it if that's the way your system is currently configured. Now we'll look at doing the split settlement between credit card and another settlement method. So again we will go to the payments or the settlement screen. And in this case we're assuming that you're using an online processor such as ETS, Credit Line, as I mentioned earlier, where you're swiping the card and getting an authorization immediately through the Jonas system. In that case what you need to do is select the other payment method first. So member charge or cash, let's say it's cash, and then put in the amount they're giving you in cash. T to transfer that payment to the bill, and we're left with a balance. Now we can settle the remainder to the appropriate credit card. Remember, this is only necessary if you're using the online credit card authorization. If these are just regular settlement buttons and you're processing the authorization through a separate machine, then it doesn't matter which order you do it in. Lastly, we should look at doing a split settlement between two separate credit cards. So we're going to go to payments. Again, I'm referring to a scenario where you're using the online credit card through Jonas. If you're using just a regular settlement button and it's not doing the authorizations through Jonas, then this doesn't apply. Remember we mentioned earlier that when you're using the online authentication, trying to settle to a credit card, it wants to settle the entire balance of the bill. So in order to settle to two different credit cards in that scenario, what you're going to have to use is a split by amount. You click split by amount, it'll ask you how many tickets do you want to create. In this case we want 2. And then we'll click OK, and it'll ask us for the second ticket, who is that going for. So I'm going to link it to the same member because it's the one member who just wants to pay by 2 different cards. And then how much is going to go onto that second ticket. So how much is he going to put on the other card? So type in the amount and hit T. And then we'll click split the chit. We now have two tickets which we can now settle to different cards independently. Now the one thing you do have to be aware of, in this scenario, what happens is it does not on the new ticket give all the detailed items. It's just a one-line entry that represents a transfer from the original bill so that we can settle that to another credit card. The original ticket will just have a credit for the 70 that was transferred over.